Okay, when we're talking about decade of family farming, we should make sure that we include pastoralists. As usually, they are not included in farmers, but in this case, in this decade, we make sure that the pastoralists are considered as one of the main sectors or constituencies of the family farmers decade. And this is very important because they are really family farmers. They are working on a small scale producing, and it is the family who are working, and it is their life. It is not only business, it is their life, and they are dependent on this kind of work. It's their livelihood, so this is very important for pastoralists. We are talking about the issues that face the pastoralists. The main issue is land. Land is the basic need for a pastoralist to live. And so we make sure that they have control over their customary or traditional land in their traditional system of management and governance of land. Traditionally, the pastoralists, they have like all the land that they can use. They don't own. It is not private ownership. It is the use of the land, and it can be seasonal use of the land. It can be with other people. It's not only the land is not only one group's land, even for use. Different groups of people, they can use the land seasonally, and depends on the grass on different seasons, and they can even share the same land with other people, not only pastoralists. WAMIP is World Alliance of Mobile Indigenous People, and mainly pastoralists. The main objective of WAMIP is to make sure that theoretically all pastoralists are connected so that they support each other, they learn from each other, they have a common platform to exchange and be together, to organize themselves. We believe that the decade is an opportunity for pastoralists. The issue is how to include the pastoralists. Yes, engaging them in the steering committee is, I think, one step. I think it's an important step, and it's the first step. But also to make sure that we have a program to reach as much as possible of the pastoralist communities. I know that this is something a little bit difficult, but this is not impossible. We need to make sure that most of the pastoralist communities are included, get aware of the decade, of the opportunities, and of their positive role. It is important, like I've already said about the organization, it is important to strengthen the pastoralist organizations on the local level, not only on the international level, but on the local level, because there you can get small investment and it has big impact, and it is big and direct impact. The other thing is that with this investment, small investment, you can replicate, because if a small group of pastors succeeded in a remote area somewhere, then it is easier to convince other people, other pastors, to replicate the success story. But if you are talking about international organization or working on an international level, it's not easy to convince small communities to replicate. So it's important to make sure that we focus on small local communities to get the change. Communication is very important because, as you may know, that we are everywhere in the world. I can say we are spread and we are in remote areas. So, and we have different cultures. We have different languages, and most of the time we have local languages. It's rarely that you can find us speak like English, Spanish, or there are, of course, but even we have certain like accent, or when we talk about languages, and some people they have language that are not, we don't know them, you know. So this is where there is a problem when we're talking about communication, because it's not easy to have a certain message in certain mean to provide to everybody. You have to adapt the message and to have the means and the language for different people. There are some areas of the world there's no mobile networks. So what is the way to reach them? How to reach them? You know, people say, okay, we have a platform, e-platform on the internet, but is it possible? It is accessible for everybody? We need to make sure that we develop a kind of a communication in a ways and means that suits different, or like tailored to different groups of the people according to their situation and the way we can reach them.